This is 9 News Border Northeast with Joe Hall.
Albury ratepayers are urging the council to support a campaign calling on airlines to lower fares to and from the border. They're concerned prices are too costly for holidaymakers and business people. Ashley Kanowski reports.
Albury ratepayers want cheaper fares and more of them.
There's a lot of business that goes on in the regions, and the high prices certainly are a deterrent.
But it suspended its most expensive fares in regional markets. Ashley Kanowski, 9 News.
Construction on Wangaratta Turf Club's multi-million-dollar revamp is pushing ahead with concrete panels now installed. The club says it's exciting to see its dream of a world-class facility becoming a reality. Caitlin Knight reports.
3 stories high, upgrades at Wangaratta's Turf Club are finally coming together. Wangaratta Turf Club is confident the grandstand and function centre will be up and running by the start of August. The club anticipates the renovations will generate more than $35 million over the next 2 years. Caitlin Knight, 9 News.
Northern Victorian MP Jacqueline Symes says work on a $60 million precast concrete manufacturing facility in Benalla is on the way despite political hurdles. Work on the project was briefly halted last month after the coalition blocked planning approvals. Mia Edgerton-Warburton reports.
It'll be one of Benella's biggest employers, providing around 400 jobs for the rural city.
Police are searching for those responsible for dumping a large amount of rubbish in Wangaratta's bushland. The city's mayor says he's disappointed to see the riverside turned into a wasteland.
It is disgraceful, and it costs the council a lot of money to collect rubbish that's been dumped illegally, and it's such a good area down there. There's a lot of people use that for swimming.
Anyone with information is urged to contact Wangaratta Council. Now let's take a look at the average low price of fuel in Benalla tonight. In some developing news, the Ararat Mayor has confirmed she plans to resign from the role, according to the Deputy Mayor and another councillor. Glenda McLean says she will officially step down after notifying the local government minister, however wants to continue on as a councillor. The news comes as councillors called for the Mayor's resignation after she started working in the Queensland city of Mount Isa. Daniel Andrews has been confronted by an angry mayor who heckled the Premier at a media conference. The awkward exchange boiled over after the council had planned to sell off public parkland to developers in Melbourne's northeast. More from Dougal Beattie.
Daniel Andrews arrived at Frank Street Reserve unveiling $50 million for a growing suburbs fund and delivering a quick jab at Nillumbik Council.
There's simply no need to be turning parks, for heaven's sake, a park into a housing development.
When 9 local news returns, jail for a drug mule driven by attention on Instagram. Shares in free fall as the Treasurer calls for lying AMP execs to be jailed. And the brave young Victorian children who made courageous calls in a crisis. A judge says a Canadian woman who tried to smuggle cocaine into Australia on board a cruise was enticed by the opportunity to get likes on social media. 24-year-old Melina Robert had pleaded guilty to importing almost $21 million worth of the drug into Sydney on board a passenger ship in 2016. The court accepted she had been recruited by her sugar daddy via the allure of a free holiday. She broke down in tears when she was sentenced to at least 4 years prison. Now here's Alexandra Keefe with the weather details.
Well, Joe, it was a glorious day around the state. But first we shivered through one of the coldest mornings since October last year. The mercury plummeting to just 1 degree in the Latrobe Valley. Luckily, the day's clear skies and plenty of sunshine helped to take the chill out of the air. And there's more sunshine on the way. Tomorrow could bring some morning fog patches in the east, but then it will be generally warm and dry. And Joe, we'll see the return of above average heat early next week. I'll have more details later.
To finance, and the Australian share market gained some ground today as mining stocks outpaced a weaker finance sector to help push the All Ordinaries Index 22 points higher. Our dollar's trading around 77.5 US cents. Vegans are sinking their teeth into a veggie burger that's being described as the closest thing to real meat. As Madeline Slattery discovered, it's being launched as demand grows for fake animal products.
It looks like meat, tastes like meat and is even said to bleed like meat. Madeline Slattery, 9 News.
I don't know, Nath. There's nothing wrong with a good chicken curry.
Last name joke. Haven't heard that one before. After the break, the Demons boss claims their brand has been trashed. Also tonight, Alex Rance heads to the northeast and sends a blunt message to the umpires. A week out and already it's nothing but Anzac Day for the Bombers. Currie to the rescue as the Matildas do it the hard way, and Tanasi's costly court tumble in Monte Carlo. Richmond defender Alex Rance has pleaded with umpires for a fairer go, believing free kicks are being paid too readily. His call came as the Tigers visited regional Victoria ahead of their Anzac Eve showdown with Melbourne. Alicia Mewling reports.
A rare day off the training track, the Tigers headed to Traralgon, light on their feet and not a premiership hangover in sight.
Tanasi Kokkinakis' French Open preparations have hit a hurdle after suffering a knee injury in a freak fall during his first round loss at the Monte Carlo Masters. Kokkinakis wasn't too happy with that sign and was later spotted on crutches. He has just 5 weeks to get himself right for Roland Garros. As we saw earlier, the Tigers were busy visiting their regional fans today. Corua Rays defender Ryan Garthwaite made the trip up to the northeast and says he's hopeful an AFL debut isn't too far away. Chris Mitchell reports.
It was a sea of yellow and black in Wodonga. Ryan Garthwaite kept busy signing autographs, while on the field he's been busy putting his name up for selection.
North Albury has been dealt a major blow just days out from its Anzac Day home clash against Albury. Ruckman Jesse Johnston is out with a fractured thumb, joining another tall, John Willis, who's also on the sidelines. Ashley Kanowski has more.
Jesse Johnson lasted less than a quarter against Wangaratta Rovers on Saturday. A fractured thumb is expected to keep him out for up to 6 weeks.
Veteran goalkeeper Matt Mildren is likely to be rushed in for Murray United's NPL clash against Box Hill United at Latrobe in Wodonga on Saturday. Abdul Karim Koch was sent off in last night's 2-0 win against Kenley in a fiery FFA Cup match. The goal to Tom Morrison and an own goal separated the two sides in Melbourne. And Joe, that's all from me.
OK, great. Thanks, Nath. Coming up in 9 local news, Alexandra Keefe with all the weather details.
Good evening. Well, it was certainly feeling like winter overnight on the border. We dropped to 6 degrees this morning, but warmed up with afternoon sunshine and a top of 24. It was even cooler in Shepparton overnight, just 4 degrees this morning, but the day warmed to a top of 25 thanks to clear skies and sunshine. Across the northeast, we enjoyed lots of beautiful sunshine. Seymour reached 24, and after a 3-degree start in Rutherglen, it warmed to 26. Across the state, many places recorded their coldest morning since last October. Melbourne dropped to 6 degrees overnight, its coldest April start in 6 years, but warming up by the afternoon. But luckily, that was the chilliest night of the week. From tonight onwards, the nights and days will continue to warm. The week ahead will also be mostly dry. But by Friday afternoon, a weak cold front will cross the Bight, delivering some showers to the far west. And then on Saturday, we'll see those showers extend to central districts during the day, but they'll be very light. A look around the country tomorrow, a series of deepening low-pressure troughs could trigger showers and thunderstorms over parts of South Australia, New South Wales and Queensland, but remaining dry and sunny in Adelaide tomorrow with a lovely top of 29. Light showers in Brisbane, 26, while in Perth, cloudy and 21. In Melbourne tomorrow, a much warmer start to the day with a sunny afternoon and a top of 23. Tonight will be a few degrees warmer thanks to some clouds moving in. Then our Thursday is looking lovely. It will be foggy to start with in the east, but we'll all enjoy a sunny afternoon and maximums warming as high as 30 degrees in Mildura. Across the northeast tomorrow, there's a slight chance of some late thundery showers in the far east, but maximums are set to climb a touch higher, 26 in Benalla, 25 in Beechworth. Morning fog in Wangaratta tomorrow, a top of 26. Some brilliant sunshine on the way, 28 degrees on Friday and a top of 27 over the weekend. In Shepparton, 25 and mostly sunny tomorrow, 28 on Friday, 27 on Sunday, a warm 29 on Monday. Meanwhile, on the border, there's plenty of warm weather on the way. Over the next 4 days, we're heading for a top of 27 degrees, then climbing even higher on Monday and Tuesday with a top of 28. So, Joe, above average warmth to come, but no sign of any rain.
Thanks, Alex. And that's 9 local news for this Wednesday. I'm Jo Hall. Thank you for joining us. Good night.